Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. Joining us today in studio is Jana Smith and Dr. Mark McNeamer. They're here to talk about this year's Heart Walk. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
All right, so for our viewers who don't know, what is this year's Heart Walk?
So this year's Heart Walk is going to be on Saturday, September 30th. Once again, it's going to be at Missouri Southern in the Leggett and Platt Athletic Center. So it's a rain or shine event because we will walk inside or outside depending on the weather. It is a family-friendly event. It starts at 9 a.m. and then the walk is at 10 a.m. and we have many local sponsors that will be there.
And why do you guys do this every year?
So it's to raise awareness and also to provide information. We talk a lot about heart disease being a silent killer. Mm-hmm. Heart disease actually kills more people than all forms of cancer combined. And I don't think we talk about that enough. And so this is going to help us raise awareness. It's going to help share resources that are available to folks. We will have some booths set up where you can do blood pressure screenings. So it's just to raise awareness about heart disease and ways that you can stay healthy. And
Dr. McNeamer, You're here. You are this year's Heart Walk Survivor of the Year, correct?
Yeah, fortunately, I'm this year's Heart Walk survivor.
Oh, well, yes, you survived it. Tell us your story.
Yeah, so here I am. I'm an orthopedic hand surgeon based out of Galena, Kansas, where I do my surgery. But recently, I took an administrative job for Mercy Hospital, where I'm the physician executive there. And that moved me over to Joplin, and that was a very fortunate thing because on May 16th, I woke up in the morning with some strange neck pain and shoulder pain that subsequently went away in the morning and then came back after a little bit of exertion in that morning. And I called the cardiology group and talked to them, and they said, hey, come down here and get a nuclear medicine test. And between the time that I made that phone call and the time I had the nuclear medicine test, it was a full-on, that typical substernal chest pain, arm pain, the normal stuff that you would associate with a heart attack. Well, ended up I had 100% blockage of the left anterior descending, which is also called the Widowmaker.
Oh,
and fortunately, I was in the cath lab very, very quickly and had a complete and full recovery with no heart damage. So very fortunate.
My goodness, thank goodness you're here. And what would you like to tell our viewers? What do you think people need to know that they don't understand about this disease?
I think what's kind of the moral of the story here is here I am a practicing physician, and not even I recognized the symptoms right off the bat. Mine were atypical, and so I think it's important for people to understand that sometimes it's not the typical substernal chest pain that you get. Sometimes there are some strange symptoms that are not as relevant or not as.
What are some of the symptoms that they should look out for?
Yeah, so typically it's the substernal chest pain with the radiating down the left arm. That's what you typically hear about. Some people get nauseated, especially women. They get nauseated. Sometimes they get pain going up into their neck and into their shoulders, and so those are the types of odd symptoms that you can get, as opposed to what you typically hear where they are grabbing their chest.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, the Heart Walk is happening not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, September 30th. It's going to be a great event, and our very own Elise Noe will be there helping MC that. So make sure that you at home check out this great event for a great cause. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll be right back with more news after this.